bliss are not laid, they are made by heavy footprints. The real feet will never search for rose-bedded lane. It longs to go by the way where it finds true bliss of joy. For it knows that God has hidden all the real delight behind the thorns and pains. When God has the power to give us strength, the toughest road can be cherry-picked and saved for a blossom view. The big blossom view for all the visitors here is our fully grown brick blossom Montfort School. Every Montfortian foot that walked on the toughest road is at the great delight, for they did it with God alone.
The land where food grains were grown is now growing human minds to feed the wealth of the world. Somewhere, someone does something good which becomes everything for many. The goodwill of Brother Xavier Montfort is laid beforehand the idea of a noble cause who bought this heavenly piece of land in 1979, not knowing that the future will ripe a great mission on it.
The Supreme Director directs from the paradise to string the instrument of life. Tuning a melody of pedagogy, Reverend Brother Marianan, the then Provincial Superior of Trichy Province, handed the instrument of educational mission of Montfort to Reverend Brother Johnson, appointing him to be the project director of the same in the year 2015. By the strong support of the Provincial Superior, the project laid on the land of Theresapuram began to grow, holding the praise of many good hearts. Supremacy is always in need, especially for all the good cars. The leadership of Reverend Brother George P.J., the next Provincial Superior, Province of Bangalore, continued to support the extension of building, extending his care, guidance and motivations throughout his tenure. The final new pillars to hold the head ceiling of Montfort invited the governance of Reverend Brother George Padikara, Provincial Superior, Province of Bangalore, to give a new beginning to our complete structure.
A good seed thrown on a bad land might have chances to grow. A bad seed thrown on a good land might have chances to grow, but a good seed thrown on a good land with no choice or chance will definitely have a mighty growth. The good seed sowed on the land of Montfort is Reverend Dr. Brother Anthony, who pierced into rocky obstacles to extend the roots underneath for the people to look up the giant growth of Montfort before the due duration expected. Truly, he is a great mastermind behind the face of Montfort you see. Man is weighed and valued by the skillful mind he has. No equipment on earth can measure the knowledge and skill of our dear brother, who is invariably blessed with talents to tackle even the toughest. Prayers begin but never end. An endless prayerful sketch to create an artistic educational flair is the mind of Reverend Brother Anthony. Montfort is proud to engrave the master who drafted our educational lifestyle and feels blessed to treasure him, a mindful masterpiece.
The mind works and executes through hands. The work of hands as a wise principle truly records the service done during the hours of need in Montfort. A good face is the echo of a good heart. The echoes of good hearts voiced at each good face of Montfort are happy to display the good faces of Reverend Brother Nixon, Reverend Brother Alvin, and Reverend Brother Sahairaj, taking good turns for all the good of Montfort School, Theresapuram.
Classroom doors are petals that never loves to be remain closed. It blooms at every necessity of the learner. The school reopened for the academic year 2022-23, bringing back the same pack of enthusiasm to sail through the year.
Every year closes with a reopen for a fresh beginning and new dreams. Every time the students get a break, the teachers get into a break-free planning for the future days. COVID-19 demanded heavily the healthy days of the world as well as the knowledge of the learners. To balance the heavy loss of learning, an excessively planned bridge course was conducted, stitching the gaps of schooling through individual attention by all the teachers with creative teaching aids to build a base with strong foundation in English, Tamil and mathematics.
The board examination of Grade 10 Batch 2021-22 was scheduled and 28 students appeared for the exam, aiming to score more through the motivations around them than by their books.
The summer stretches an umbrella for all the students to rest under the shade of the school for a while. Meanwhile, the management along with the teachers get into greater planning for stronger input of curricular and co-curricular activities for the academic year. Planned meetings, boost-up seminars, educative trainings and systematic coordinators meet were part of it.
Whether the child is growing up or grown up, the mother never takes rest in taking care of her child, just like our teachers caring for their learners. A seminar program for 2 days was organized for the teachers on the title Effective Teaching and Learning and Classroom Management by our principal, Reverend Brother Anthony. He also shared the complete academic planner inbuilt with all the activities and assignments, thereby leading us into a direction of orderly method of teaching and learning.
The entrance of Montfort School welcomes all, but our benches picked the chosen to be seated. An entrance exam was assigned for all the newcomers who wanted to sign into Montfort for the year 2020-23.
With great trust in God, we reopened the school on 1/6/2022, welcoming our students after the summer has bid by for the year. The academic year 22-23, blessed with 875 on roll, initiated many new systematic planning to make the education as best as possible.
The second pillars are of course in need for the ceiling to withstand. To mount up the edu peak of Montfort, we extended a warm welcome to our Vice Principal, Reverend Brother Sahairaj, with flowers and cheers.
The leaders ruling the world are some or the other way invested as leaders at the school campus. The first event of the year was held after an efficacious conduct of Students' Cabinet election to elect SPL and ASPL. Reverend Father Manoj, the director of St. Joseph's MMI College, held the chair for the event and vested the leaders with badges and shared an inspiring message on the role of leaders.
As the biblical word stepped into the seventh day, accomplishing the fulfillment of the creation of the world, the provincial administration established a new community to make rest the hardworking minds on its own cushion. After 6 long years of work, Reverend Father Prem Kumar blessed the new community along with the prayers of staff and students.
An elated moment for Montfort School's management and staff was on hearing the good news of centum result of the second batch of grade 10, scoring 492 out of 500 by Master Ronaldo Canis, ranking first among the Theresapuram hub schools.
The second mega event was the sports day of our school, as the celebration was tried on a different mode of conducting after the sun was set for the day with floodlights in July. Lots of planning and arrangements, lots of hard work and commitment were made to encourage the student to exhibit their skills in sports. A spellbound sight of viewers, more than 2,000, and good many brothers were present to add the sparkle to the lights of the celebration, honored by Mr. Rajagopal Sastri, the day's chief guest. The sound of a drill might have reached the ears of the sky, thus showering the arena with big drops of rain at the end.
The Education Department of Theresapuram Zone conducted zonal inter-school sports meet for the year, and the event held for boys and girls on 2 consecutive days.
More than 140 of our students from LKG to grade 10 participated in the open school sports event conducted by the Chennai City Club at Montfort School, St. Thomas Mount, and opened to 75th Independence Day. Interstate School Athletic Championship 2022 held at our school campus on 18/9/2022 and won second place in the overall championship trophy for the school.
The first canonical visit of the Provincial Superior was scheduled. Reverend Brother George Parikara, Provincial Superior, Province of Bangalore, addressed the assembly and the staff meeting held thereafter. He appreciated the atmosphere of the learning environment, commitment of all the staff in Montfort. On the same day, as per the master plan, the construction of new floors of our right wing began with the prayers of entire Montfortian family, thereby laying the initial stones by the provincial, principal, vice principal, the brothers of Little Flower community, staff and student representatives. The blessing of our provincial gave hands to instigate the construction work of first and second floor in full swing.
As per CBSE requirement, every teacher should complete 50 hours of training per year, for which many of our teachers kept attending the same at various schools through offline platform. Reverend Brother Sahairaj from Trichy Province conducted a full day session for the teachers on the title Understanding the Today's Learners.
Teacher is the one who shapes a society and creates a nation with brighter citizens for the future. Teachers' Day was celebrated on 5th September. The program was well organized by the students of grade 10 on the theme My Teacher, My Inspiration. The day was made memorable with dances, skit, games, and gift sharing. We teachers were spellbound with the wonderful coordination and execution of the event with a flow of creativity.
Special thanks to Reverend Brother Provincial Superior and his council for the continued support in all our efforts in imparting quality education to the young. We are glad that after all of our hard work, documentation, and file preparation at various levels, going through rigorous procedures, we obtained the recognition and permission to start senior secondary.
Examinations are obligatory when human brains are hidden into the skull. Regular periodic and monthly assessments were conducted to create a compulsory learning environment for the students to bring out the best academic skill in them.
The child at home and at school are not symmetrical in most cases. Hence, parent-teachers meet become very important to monitor the child's growth and development. A regular PTM was held after every assessment to showcase a ward's performance.
15-10-2022, as announced as Students' Day, a creative program was showcased to mark the birth anniversary of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, where the students tried means to imitate the lifestyle of Dr. Kalam.
Celebrating the beauty of God's creation is the best devotion. The beauty of being a child stands first in the view that made the teachers express their love and affection towards every child in Montfort on Children's Day.
God came down to earth to teach man how to live, and we keep learning how to live as a best human being, qualifying oneself with love, care, kind, respect, generosity, and more through Christmas celebration.
Trees that bend to spread wide can shelter. Men who bend with faith in God can succeed. Montfort will never ever sacrifice the blessings of the Almighty for any busy schedule, as we are led by His Holiness. All the Catholics were happy to participate in all the Holy Mass celebrated.
World is a big basket troll to shop the best of everything. Participating experience in all the competitions and projects of all our students wipes out the qualms of competitive world and makes them fall into the best career, lifting to heights. Extra disclosures to breed their skill, our students partook in the creative competitions and activities conducted by the CBSE board.
One great secret behind all good times of Montfort is our clock hits the first bell for prayer. A regular assembly is an indirect inauguration for every day to set good. Spot the good, you will think good. Listen the good, you will speak good. Follow good, you will become good. Montfort will never harvest any wheat out of any seed. We make our kids think, speak, and do good by thoughtful thematic performance, by each class winning the gathering with motivations, by club activities engaging enthusiasm, by knowledge serving notice board presented both inside and outside the classrooms.
The arrival and departure of our school wheels also schedules the dropping point of informative industrial visit as a practice of experiencing the future world they are yet to get into. All the students were taken into field trips on different dates with different purposes.
Updating and upgrading would be called as breakfast and lunch of CPUs in Montfort. There is no halt while we march to update and upgrade the internal and external facilities of Montfort.
In guidance with the CBSE board, implication of the annual pedagogical planning was successfully done by various effective action plans. The descriptors added on the dedication of all the teachers to extra care their learners.
The birth anniversary of Dr. Kamaraj is a day to enhance the thirst of education into every child. The uneducated man who stands as a reason for many educated was honored by our students through speech and skit.
Breathing peace on earth is the formula of yoga. When the stretches of yoga expands the health of our lifespan, who would deny to celebrate its beauty? The postures of yoga became an addiction to our students, inviting a true essence of life for everyday yoga.
The best pills for a healthy mind and hearts is the motivational words delivered to the right people at the right time. Grade 10 and 9, standing on the edge to jump into their next platform, was stuffed with umpteen sessions of motivations by various resource people.
Fire looks beautiful on crackers. Crackers look beautiful when into the hands of children. Celebrating Diwali, the campus was filled with sparkles of fires.
The festival of harvest brings out joy in cherishing the tradition with more attention to customs and rituals. All the students were happy to celebrate Pongal with their traditional wear and laughter all around.
Opportunity paves way to joy, but opportunity is itself a joy when it is the chance to celebrate our Principal's Day. The birthday of our Principal, Reverend Dr. Brother Anthony, sounded great with the noise of our smile for the entire day. All the members of the Montfortian family were at great joy wishing him a happy birthday.
Repeating the rhythms of patriotism into the ears of every school-going student is the one creating good citizen to our country. The national flag was hoisted with a sweet and a speech by our principal to commemorate the Republic Day.
Having registered the movement of Scouts and Guides in Montfort, students from grade 8 and 9 appeared for their Rajya Purashkar Award on 15th and 16th of February 2023, conducted by Pallava Mandalam District for Scouts and Guides. The test camp was successfully completed and the students were awarded with their certificates.
The rising sun never slips down on the same side. It will rise and shine. Montfort has risen for success, and it believes that success is not a matter of fortune, but the fruit of faith, tasted generously after every hard work. Great minds come in line to implore great blessings. Montfort School welcomes all such greatness to master its mission in the future too. Thank you. God bless.